It's finally starting to feel like fall. The past few days it's been gloomy. Last week we had a little bit of rain, but I am so happy it's starting to get a little bit chilly. Not where I want it, but enough to where I could wear my sweaters outside now. A little bit. I'm not in the best of moods right now. I'm kind of tired, but it probably has to do with the fact that I've been staying up late a lot. Like last night, I didn't go to sleep until close to 12 because I was up watching Big Brother. That show ended. Very happy with who won. If you haven't seen it, don't want to spoil anything. But also because we be watching hockey games from the West Coast now that we're on the East Coast, the time difference. Yeah, I feel like I should probably take a nap today. But for the most part, I have been reading quite a lot. I don't know if quite a lot is the word. But I have been reading a lot. Like last week, I finished 6 books. Very proud of myself. This week, I don't really see me reading that many books, but we can hope and try for the best. So I think I don't remember the last book I shared. I think the last book I mentioned that I was reading was Girl Meet Wolf. I think it's called Another Girl Meet Wolf, but the series is called Just Another Girl Meets. And so far I read The Wolf, Vampire, and Gargoyle. So the first 3 books. I'm currently on the 4th book called Girl Meets Dragon that I'm hoping to finish within the next hour. I only have, it says 31 minutes left, but technically I have 2 chapters left. But as far as physical books, I started reading The Late Night Witches yesterday. And so far I like it. I'm on chapter 9. But anyway, this book, we have our main character, Cassie, and she's a mom of 3. She has a wild younger sister, and she has an absent husband. This means he travels for work a lot. And where she lives on an island or something. But vampires start showing up, and through that whole process of trying to get rid of the vampires and keeping her family safe, she finds out about this lifelong family secret, I guess, of witches, obviously. But I'm very excited to see that moment where she realized that they're witches, because growing up there were some signs, I guess, but they never really paid attention to it. So I'm excited to see when they figure out that they're witches. And it all takes place in the month of October. But yeah, so far so good. I am enjoying it. But I was thinking about the rest of the books that I want to read for this year. And all the books that I want to finish before 26. I know I have my 25 before, no, 25 for 25, I think is what it was called. Yeah, 25 books for 2025. And I know I briefly mentioned that, but then I also have a short if you want to watch it. But anyway, I think I have roughly about 20 books that I want to finish before this year. I'm not going based off of the 25 books thing. That's did and done. But there are some books from that list that are going to be on my new list that I'm thinking it's not really permanent yet. But I want to finish all of the books on my fall TBR. So including this book, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8 books. Then once I get Holly, and after I finish my fall TBR, I want to read the Belladonna series. I don't know if that series have a name, but it's Belladonna, Foxglove, Wisteria, and Holly. So that would be 12 books. And then I was also thinking about reading the Inheritance Game series, which I recently learned, and I kind of knew. It's the Inheritance Game, and then it's the Grandest Game series. So they're together, but then they're not together. because you meet the characters in an Inheritance Game series. So there's the Inheritance Game series, and then it's the Grandest Game series. So in the Inheritance Game, it's the Inheritance Game, the Hawthorne Legacy, and the Final Gambit. And I would also include the Brother Hawthorne as well. That kind of connects the Inheritance Game series to the Grandest Game. But then the Grandest Game series, it's the Grandest Game. The Game Untold is a novella stories, so it's not. You should read it honestly. The Glorious Rival, and then the fourth book that comes out in July. But then it's another book called The Same Forward as Backwards. But anyway, yeah, I plan on reading. What was I was at 12 books. Yeah, I plan on reading The Grandest Game, Game Untold, Glorious Rivals, and then the next book that comes out in November, I think. Yeah, so that would make 16 books. Because I have 3, I need 1 more. I plan on reading The Internal Ruins, which is the second book to Immortal Dark. And then I was thinking about reading the 3 books of the Truly Devious series that I have right now. So I have the first 3 books. I know there's like, I think 2 or 3 more books in that series. But then I was also thinking about reading the Off the Ice series with Collide, Spiral, and then Revolve comes out next month. But I don't know if I want to read those books yet. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to sit here and finish reading Girl Meets Dragon. And then we'll see about how my day is going, because honestly, my head hurts. I had my contacts in this morning. I wore them for a couple of hours, but then my eyes started bothering me. But yeah, we see how today goes. Good morning. Today is a very good day. It's the last day of September, but also we're going book shopping today. But anyways, I was up at normally I wake up at 5:30, and I have another alarm for 5:40 to actually get out of my bed. So between those times, I normally just scroll on Twitter just to see little updates from Big Brother or hockey. And I saw that some stuff happened during the Seattle game last night, and it came on at 10. So obviously I was asleep by then. But they decided to replay the game at 6 this morning, so I was up for the past 2 hours watching that game. But anyway, I started getting ready for today. I still need to get dressed and do my hair. But for the most part, I know I am getting Holly today, which is the novella to the Belladonna series. But I also want to kind of buy another book, even though I know I already bought Blood Moon this month. But I only see myself buying 1 book in October. And that book is called Our Vicious Oath, which is an adult fantasy book, I believe by N.E. Davenport. And I know the next book of the Shady Hollow Mystery comes out on the 7th, but I'm not going to buy that book for the simple fact that I still haven't read, I think, Twilight Fall and Summer Ends. And then also the 3rd book, Revolve, comes out in October, but because I haven't read Collide or Spiral, I don't see myself buying that book either. So in October, I'm only going to buy 1 book. So I feel like I should buy a book now, but the thing about me is I don't know what book to buy with Holly. I have a whole list of books that I eventually want to read and get, whether they're on Kindle or a physical book, but I just don't know what to get. Maybe I'll just get Holly and then call it a day, or maybe I'll just walk around and see whatever grabs my attention. because I was thinking about two books. The first book I was thinking about was The Baby Dragon Bakery, which is the second book in the series. And I was thinking about this fall book called There's Pumpkin About You, I think is what it's called. But I don't know if I want a fall theme book at the moment. So maybe I'll just see what grabs my attention while I'm at the bookstore and just get that. But anyway, I feel like yesterday I left off of me reading. I did finish reading Girl Meets Dragon. I did not read any of The Late Night Witches yesterday. And I was trying to finish that book today before October 1st, but I don't see myself reading like 300-ish pages today. I did start reading Girl Meets Grumpy Vampire yesterday. Oh no. It's called Another Curvy Girl and Grumpy Vamp. But I'm almost done with that book. I did read some of it today. Is it crazy that I started looking for Christmas books already? So far I have like 9 books that I want to read around Christmas, December-ish time. But 2 of them don't come out until October 23rd and then November 7th. But I find it funny that I don't really read like those types of books during those times. Like I do read I did read a few of like holiday books. How do I check over here? Past challenges. Like only read 3 Christmas books last year. I don't know. Would I call it Christmas books or would I just call them like holiday books? But anyway, yeah, I want to start trying to read more holiday-ish books this year. So I've been on the hunt for a few. I only have I have 2 physical holiday books that I've read, and I have one on my list that I still need to read. Anyway, yeah, it should be a fun and interesting day. I'm gonna try to vlog there, but we shall see. Because sometimes I start vlogging and then I forget I'm vlogging for the simple fact that I be looking for books and just be in the whole book shopping mode. But I'll try and get some clips. We're back from running our little errands today. I'm quite proud of myself because I drove for the first time here. And although I was nervous, I trust my driving skills. It's just I get nervous that I'm not driving fast enough. But yeah, all is well. Yondu finally hit the road. But I did get 2 books. I think I briefly mentioned that I was in between There's Pumpkin About You and The Baby Dragon Bakery. And after some thinking, I just got a book that I will show you. The first book I got is Holly, which is, I'm going to say the 4th book in the Belladonna series. But I only read Belladonna. So when I eventually start reading the series again, I'm going to reread that book. But this book is more of like a, not a Christmassy book, but yes, it was supposed to be the perfect Christmas at Wisteria Garden. But the one thing I really do love about this like series is how pretty the cover and the pages are. Like this is the front and the back. But I was just flipping through and I didn't realize it's really pretty. But the words are like an orange, not an orange. It's like a greenish blue color. Kind of like this. And there's like pictures of the characters in it. So like one picture and such. I don't want to spoil too much for myself. But yeah, they're all so pretty. I'm very excited to get back into that series. The next book I got is There's Pumpkin About You. This is about a party planner and a pumpkin farmer. And it seems cute. I never seen that before. So at the end of a chapter, instead of doing it on the... Okay. So this page is the end of a chapter. And instead of doing it on this page, they did it on the right side of the page. So it's to where every chapter starts on the right page. That's an interesting concept. Yeah, should be fun, should be good. I am still reading. I already mentioned what I read today. Anyway, I need to get some stuff done today. So, we're going to get some stuff done today. Today's Tuesday. Yeah, I need to work on Journal 9, and I also need to film my September reading wrap-up. So go watch it somewhere if you haven't seen it yet. Am I crooked? Anyway, good morning and happy October 1st. It is the start of a new month. I just filmed a monthly recap. I pretty much talked about what I want to complete in the month of October, and I did my reading recap and my TBR. And I posted a short of my September wrap up if you want to watch that. But I'm going to briefly talk about, or briefly show my October TBR. You could watch the recap video to hear the description about them if you want to. But I plan on reading and finishing The Late Night Witches. I started this book Sunday. I hope I can finish it. Today's Wednesday, by Friday at least. Next is the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Third is There's Pumpkin About You. And tell me why I bought this book yesterday. And I woke up this morning to find out that this book is on Kindle Unlimited already. So I am going to take this book back to Barnes & Noble and get my money back. So I can spend it on another book in the future, maybe. The fourth book is Blood Moon. And then The Late Night. I mean, not quite dead yet. But yeah, those are the 5 physical books I am hoping to read and finish this month. As far as Kindle books, that's all over the place. But yeah, I have a very busy day ahead of me. I can't believe it's October 1st already. We got 90 more days into the new year. Good afternoon. Happy October 3rd. Isn't that a Mean Girls reference? Anyway, yeah, it is currently 12:21. We went walking this morning. We did 3 miles, and let me just say I am tired. And 3 miles is pretty much nothing because eventually we're going to have to get to 6.5 miles. And if I'm already winded and tired with 3, who knows what I'm going to be with 6. But yeah, I'm going to sit here and finish my Spanish. I need to finish all of it today because tomorrow Penelope has her first training class. I don't know if I mentioned, but I signed Penelope up for beginner training classes because I feel like it will benefit her. I feel like she will be a very social dog, and even now on her walks, she pays attention to people and dogs so much that it's kind of like, okay, I feel like she wants to socialize with them, but I don't know how to initiate that exchange. And also to help with like little things. So like on our walk, she kind of pulls and tug on her harness and leash a lot. And then I feel like she could learn some like little tricks. Like she knows sit, come, all of that stuff. But I feel like she should learn a little bit more. So I signed her up for classes. First day is tomorrow. It's just a 6-week class. And we shall see how that goes. And if she likes it and enjoys it and she benefits from it, we may sign her up for more classes. Because she's only 2, so she should be able to learn. And then well, I'm doing it. But once Penelope learns, then Zero will learn as well. But I am still reading The Late Night Witches. I don't know how I feel about this book. I stopped in the middle of a chapter. So I'm on page 240. But I think this would be my least favorite book by the author. Like, it's not grabbing me like I wanted it to. I don't know if it's because I am not feeling the book or maybe it's based off my mood right now. But I feel like I'm kind of forcing myself to read it. Like, it's a good book, but it's not grabbing me. I am going to try to finish it. Hopefully today, maybe tomorrow. If you can't tell by my face that I am tired, then I don't know what to tell you because I am tired. I just finished 6 lessons and 2 quizzes. One is a listening quiz and the other is a reading quiz. And I realized I can listen to it more. I can listen and read Spanish better than I can speak it. Like the listening quiz, I got all of them right, but on the reading quiz, I just got 3 out of 5 right. But I done my Spanish for the week. Ooh, 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 ooh. We just got back from taking Pudge, Penelope, to her dog training class. And all honesty, I was kind of nervous because Penelope, I think I briefly mentioned, she has a habit of barking at dogs a lot, especially on our walks. And like in the car ride today, she was fine. But when we got there, she started seeing other people and hearing them, and she was barking in the car. But when we got, I'm watching Bluey, or Bluey's on. But when we got to the class, she was okay. She was like whimpering and whining a bit. Obviously because she's nervous and she's around like a lot of dogs and other people. But overall she did good. We worked on command. So like when we reward her for something, we say yes. We did sit. She knows sit already. We did like touch, um, focus, all of that stuff. We were working on lay down, but she hasn't got that habit yet, so we have to work on her with that. But overall, I feel like this will be very beneficial for her. And she seems like she enjoyed it a bit after she got past like the nervousness of the first class. But yeah, my girl, she learning. But I did finish reading The Late Night Witches last night. I don't know how I feel about that book overall. And I'm just going to say it's my least favorite book by that author. But I think I'm going to start There's Pumpkin About You either today or tomorrow. If I don't today, that's because I want to finish reading Tempted by Poison. And I'm 35% into that book currently. I think I have about close to 3-4 hours left. So I want to try to read as much as I can today. But all honesty, I'm kind of tired after that class. But I think I'm going to sit here for a bit.
I don't know how well you can see me, but it's a little later in the day. And I always say it's crazy, but it's kind of alarming how fast this week went, but also the fact that this week felt like it was 2 different weeks. Like Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday was one week, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday was like a different week. Like yesterday when I finished reading The Late Night Witches, I was like, okay, I need to finish one more book this week. And then I looked at my weekly goals and it said that I already checked that off. Like I already finished 2 books this week. And I was like, what books did I finish this week already? Then I looked at my reading tracker and it showed that I finished, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books this week. So yeah, this week felt very long. I'm happy that it's over and then we have our first full week of October. Today is the 4th, in my bed, morning, no spin. I did not read yet, but I'm going to read. So I don't know if I shared my weekly goals, but for this week, I wanted to post Journal 9 that's going up in a few minutes. I wanted to post a weekly reading, which I did. I wanted to film and post September reading wrap up, which I did. I filmed a monthly recap and posted yesterday. No, today's Saturday. I posted that Wednesday. Read 2 to 5 books. I did complete 50% of my habits. I did. And also Spanish, Unit 2, Chapter 2. And I think this is the first full week where everything that I wanted to do is done, which is crazy to think because I don't think I've completed most of my goals for the week in a long time. So I'm quite proud of myself for that. But yeah, what else? Oh, I need to work on my whiteboard. I did something different this week because I wanted to try something. So I kind of had my whiteboard how I would have my bullet journal. I don't know if you can see that. But right here, I just have the week, and it's like the first week of October. So it's September 28th through October 4th, week 1. And then I have my weekly goals, which I just shared. And then down here, I have my daily habits, to where I could just check them off as I complete them throughout the day. And then normally in this section, I would have like a brain dump where I write down everything that I want to complete this week. But instead of doing that, I just split it up in the days. But for the most part, it was kind of hard writing in these boxes and not trying to smudge everything. So I think for next week, or for right now, I'm going to change that
but I don't know how I would want it. And that's the fun thing in life, trying to figure out how you want to plan stuff. And as of right now, I don't know if I would complete or continue doing a bullet journal. Because I feel like I look at this more than I would my bullet journal. But because I bought so many markers and supplies for it, I feel like it'd be a waste not to use it. So maybe I'll just use it to have a physical copy of my week. So like this, but a physical version of it. So I can always have a reminder. So while this is drying, I'm going to try to plan for next week.